Oh, there we go. There we go. Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes. This is the Live Golf Update. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ. And today, on this Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, I'm here to talk about all things Live Golf. For those of you who are not familiar with what Live Golf Live is, Live Golf is what is being sponsored by the Saudi Arabian princes to essentially bring these extremely good golfers over to compete in a different type of tournament and other shit like that, bro. Um, it is being called and being also self-proclaimed as just another way for the Saudis to show how great their place is and the tourism and everything. And, people, you're going to do what you got to do on the business side of it. But talking from sports, I mean, you are dealing with some of the biggest names in golf being rumored, already going and participating in this tournament, and completely rejecting and revoking and turning in their memberships to the PGA Tour. Now, the one thing I do want to mention is they are still eligible to play in majors. And so the Masters and stuff like that, we will see what those ruling comes. But as of right now, all live players are eligible to play in major tournaments. And bro, I mean, you want to talk about, like, golf has not been this exciting in a long time. Golf has never been this exciting, bro, in a long time. Not since Tiger was going out winning literally every other major out there, bro. Or when Tiger was out there banging every porn star out there, bro. Or when Tiger was crashing a car, bro. I mean, golf hasn't been this popular in a long time. And you got to talk about it. You really do. Because, and talking about Tiger Woods, he is one of the few major athletes from the PGA Tour who refuses to go. He didn't go. He was offered big nine-figure numbers, and so you got to think it was north of $500,000 in order for him to come play for the Saudis, bro. And hey, shout out to Tiger. He has his beliefs, he has his convictions, and he definitely is about it. But the PGA Tour. He's about the PGA Tour. But then you got a guy like Lefty. You got a guy like Phil Mickelson, okay? Well noted degenerate gambler, which is great. I mean, that's one of the reasons the show loves Lefty. But now coming out and saying, he's talking about the Live tournament and he released I can pull this up actually. That's cool. Give me a second. I'll pull up the article from Yahoo Sports that talks about Phil just being a degenerate gambler. I mean, the headline alone, Phil Mickelson acknowledges reckless gambling addiction amid live golf uproar, reports he lost 40 million in gambling. I mean, Jesus Christ, I've had some cold streaks too, but never that bad. Shout out to Jason Owens for this article, but continues to call his gambling reckless and embarrassing. Listen, bro, we've all been there. We've all been chasing losses and everything like that, but you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when you just suck at gambling. And if you're 40 mil in the hole, bro, I don't really like. Maybe just stop. Stay away from the tables. Stay away from betting on your golf game if it's not that fucking good. I mean, bro, you should at least be able to take some money off of some, bums at the some bums at the course. Like, come on, bro. How are you 40 million in gambling debt? Come on, bro. Um, there was an article I read that there was going to be a book coming out regarding a lot more of Phil Mickelson's gambling addiction. I have not seen that book has been released or caused any stir. But if that does seem to be true, I mean, look to him for going ahead and taking all of this money from the Saudis up front to pay off some of that. But again, that is pure speculation here on Degenerate Takes, just with some of the, I mean, I'm just talking here. But this live stuff, I mean, it's not something yet the PGA should be worried about because it is just another competition. On the last show with Noah, I referred to it a lot about the war going on, or the quote unquote war going on between WWE and AEW. It's a very wrestling based. They're two different products providing different things. However, when it comes to golf, these guys, actually, it is a lot of the same because the WWE hires everyone as independent contractors, signs them for a deal, but however, can put them on ice if they get injured, they have any disputes or anything, they need to get away, they can put the contract on ice, so they just tack it on at the end. Whereas AEW pays a guaranteed amount of money up front on top of merch and everything like that. It's just a better overall deal for the wrestlers to go to AEW where it is WWE, or you will be the bigger name. You're still the superstar in WWE, whereas AEW, you're just a damn good wrestler. This LIV Golf stuff, though, I mean, this is about, like, I hate to say it, this is pretty Mickey Mouse when you talk about it, because don't get me wrong, you got a couple big names. You got Dustin Johnson, you got Taylor Gooch, you got Sergio Garcia, you got Kevin Na, you got Phil Lefty, Mickelson. You got some big names, but besides that, you're pretty much looking at the scrubs of the PGA. And don't get me wrong, if you're not winning majors, if you don't have the opportunity, like if you're not good enough to be top 10 and stuff, then absolutely go make this guaranteed money over at LIV Golf and, be better, and, maybe you have the opportunity to go ahead and win a couple tournaments and that turns your entire career around. I am not upset with the fact that there's more golf because competition creates controversy and controversy creates cash. Okay, and so this is good for golf all around, creating another big name tournament. Okay, I'm a big fan of it, bro. I really am. However, it's kind of minor leagues. I hate to say it because you have a lot of really good golfers who have won a lot of tournaments, but it's just a very minor leagues feel. These are the guys that can't really cut the top 25, make the cut, or make the cut consistently and get that check at least. And they can't top 10, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them, bro. I really don't. If I needed a spark in my career, I was a younger guy who wasn't performing as good as some of the veterans. I would want to go somewhere where I can step back and be really good in the group that I'm in, because you're still dealing with a bunch of unreal golfers in the PGA that are older. However, I mean, Shefty's younger. DeChambeau's not going. He's younger. Granted, he's a shitty golfer. But Koepka's not going. You still got a lot of these big names staying with the PGA and doing what they're doing. And that, I think, is where it's going to separate it. The PGA is still going to be the big leagues. It's still going to be where you try to get as a golfer, due to the history, due to just due to everything that comes with being a PGA golfer. This LIV stuff has absolutely no heritage and nothing. And yeah, you can be the first at it and everything. But if this folds in 10 years because the Saudis get bored of it, I mean, what the fuck does that record even mean? And so I'm still here with the PGA. I really think it's a good. I think the PGA isn't going to suffer from this at all. I think LIV is going to be very exciting for the first couple of weeks just because people are going to want to see what's going on. Betting wise, I'm not a fan of the odds whatsoever. I'll go ahead and pull those up real quick. And this is coming from Action Network because, honest to God, I could not find a book that was booking the event. But you got Dustin Johnson at plus 400, Gooch at plus 900. And I mean, yeah, they're probably the best golfers in this field. But then Phil Mickelson at plus 2,800. I mean, it was an interesting choice signing Dustin Johnson to be kind of the face of this whole franchise and this whole league and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, damn good golfer. He just hasn't been playing his best golf lately. He's been injured, not looking the best. Gooch, I mean, he's been a good make the cut guy, but as a gambler, I really don't think even in this type of a field he can be favored. I really don't. I don't think he's consistent enough golfer. But this is going to be more of a gamble than the PGA. Don't get me wrong, the PGA with all the odds and everything. However, after the first 2 days, you can kind of see a winner. I think in the LIV, we will see a lot more variance. I guess it's going to be something that I'm going to keep an eye on as a gambler and everything like that. However, I mean, the PGA is still king at this point, and it will be king until the king is dethroned. And I do not think that LIV is going to be dethroning anytime soon the PGA. Just no shot, bro. No shot. No shot. With that being said, here on Degenerate Takes, we'll obviously be keeping a close eye on that and everything that has to do with sports. I will have my Premier Lacrosse League betting odds out tomorrow, and I will have my picks, locks, and everything like that. Again, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Help us fight the YouTube algorithm to get more of this degenerate content out there. Follow me on Twitter at Brofict1, the show at Degen Takes. And with that being said, I've been the